Hi, it's Ruth from Brooks+Bloom, your Usborne consultant, and now I'd like to show you two of our mini series that will actually grow with your child from 2 years old to 12 years old. The first series I want to show you is our questions and answers series. So it starts with the very first questions and answers, moves to first questions and answers, and then finishes off with just questions and answers. So very first questions and answers is for your little guy, your 2, 3, 4-year-old, the ones that ask so many questions, and it's nice to have some answers for them. So they're structured really nice, not overwhelming. There's not a ton of text on them. And then they've got nice big lift the flaps with a little bit more information about the topic. Really fun, interactive, but also informative for your little ones. The flaps are easy to lift up. And there's some really big ones as well, which makes it really fun for your little guy to read and then also really think about what they're learning in the book. So that's our very first questions and answers, and that's a very popular series. Our first questions and answers, this is one of our most popular texts, and it makes sense. It's what are feelings? And I would say this is one of my daughter's favorite books, and she really gravitates towards it when her feelings are a little all over the place, which we know toddlers, that happens a lot. It's organized with a big question at the top, so what are feelings? It talks about, it kind of answers that questions, and then it has more questions beneath and topics to explain. So how do feelings happen? And you open it up. Oh, when we see, hear, or think things, our brains make us feel a certain way. Our feelings change when different things happen. So lots and lots of information, but not done in an overwhelming format, which is really nice, especially for your little ones. I would say these are suited for 3 or 4-year-olds all the way up to maybe 6, 7 years old, just because especially this one with feelings, I just love it. So why are you both laughing? And talks about why sometimes laughing is a happy thing, sometimes we laugh when we're not happy, what makes us sad. So it just goes on and on talking about different feelings. So that's a great book. And then the questions and answers. This is for your older guy, I would say 6 years old and up, but all the way to 12-year-olds. So I read this with my students and they are 11 and 12. It has a table of contents, where, who, why, what, how, when, and which. And each page is formatted in that way. Not overwhelming again, that's what I like, but you can see that the amount of information and the depth of the information has changed and increased as we've moved up in this series. So where are the pyramids? And then you go in here, they've got a map, they've got a picture of a pyramid, they talk about how there's pyramids in Egypt, but also in Central America. And so all the information is hidden underneath the flaps, not to overwhelm those hesitant readers that see a lot of text and then they shy away from books. So that's what I really love about how this series sets up their pages and makes it really inviting to read. So that's the questions and answers. So our other series is the Peep Inside, Look Inside, See Inside. And what I love about this one is, again, it grows with your child. It's got so many topics that your child is interested in. And then they also have a kind of a side-off series that is Peep Inside a Fairy Tale. So I've got a couple examples here. So this one's Little Mermaid. They're just so beautifully done. So they've got lots of cutouts, lots of, and they're called laser cuts. So they're really fine little cutouts to give texture to the pages, really dramatic pictures, fun stories throughout, and then they're fairy tales. So we know the stories, but they might be a different adaptation of it. And so really fun for your little ones to read, but also for yourself. So I have a lot of customers that are mamas or grandmas that are actually collecting these for themselves. They have lift the flaps within them as well, with little peek throughs to the other pages. So these are really great. The Princess and the Pea one is one of my favorites as well. And then we go to the main part of the series. So we've got Peep Inside. So Peep Inside is for your little guy, again, 2, 3, 4-year-olds. And the Beehive one is actually one of our newest titles. And so this is Peep Inside a Beehive, and I just love it. So it's got lots of flaps that open up, and the information is within the flaps, around the flaps, and the colors are just so exciting and vibrant, but you're going to learn something new about bees as well in this book, or at least I know I did. And so really, really fun topics, and your child will love kind of exploring. So these flaps are really easy to open. They don't even embed into the page, which makes them really easy for those chubby little fingers to pull them open and explore and just be fully engaged in the story. So Look Inside series has so many amazing titles. So we have How Things Work, we have What Happens When You Eat, you'll find Look Inside Your Body, lots of awesome titles that will have different subjects that your child will love and be interested in. So How Things Work, this is for the child who just loves to understand how different things work, why do they work that way, and it breaks it down into different kind of environments. So on the road, how does a car start driving? I'm definitely learning lots from this book. The sea and sky, so it's got airplanes and helicopters and different types of boats. And then how does a house work? And they actually open up the house in all the different rooms. So that's pretty cool for a child to really understand what's going on inside the house. And then we've got Around the House, and you can open up the refrigerator and the dishwasher and the microwave, and it goes on. And then it has building sites and farm machines. So you can look inside all of those different objects. So that's what's so cool about this book, and especially about if you have a child who loves to explore different topics. And then the last part of that series is the See Inside. So this is See Inside Space, and you'll see that the information is definitely advanced. So there's a lot more information, and this is for your older guys. I'm gonna say 7 and above. And a lot of them have these extra flaps that open up, and so they become very big books, and then they have flaps within the flaps, which is really fun and just brings a different element to the book. Lots of information. This one has a whole timeline about space, and then more pages that fold out and show you the solar system, and again have lots of flaps for each of the planets. So really, really great for those kids who just love to explore different topics. And this one actually comes with the map of the stars. Thank you so much for watching and participating. If you have any questions about the books for your specific reader, please reach out. Follow me on social at Brooks+Bloom, where you will see giveaways and new releases and what's going on with Usborne. And if you're interested in becoming a consultant like me and filling your house with books and getting books into other families' hands, please reach out, and I'd love to tell you more about it.